Hello again, friends. Welcome back to the channel. It is yours truly, Chuck, from Chuck's Place here again with another video. Be sure to like, comment, share, but most of all, I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, let's get into it. Hey guys, Chuck's Place here, and today I would like to discuss in today's video about the Estus Flask we all know if we have ever played Dark Souls. The Estus Flask is a reusable item that replenishes health in Dark Souls. Players can acquire Estus Flasks at bonfires, which allow for HP recovery while exploring. Resting at a bonfire will restore your supply of Estus Flasks up to the limit of that particular bonfire. By default, a normal bonfire will restore 5 uses of Estus. However, by using the Kindle action at a bonfire and spending 1 humanity point, the number of Estus uses can be increased to 10 for that specific bonfire. Bonfires attended by a firekeeper are already kindled and provide 10 flasks. Once the player acquires the right of kindling, bonfires can be further kindled to provide 15 and eventually 20 Estus uses. With that being said, the right of kindling. The way we get the right of kindling is by killing Pinwheel in the catacombs before we get to the Tomb of the Giants. Does this mean Pinwheel is involved with how the Estus Flask works? Or perhaps his necromancy sprouted from how the Estus actually works, and with that knowledge, he too possesses the ability to give life in his very own way. More in many videos to come. So, we know how Estus is made somewhat. It needs humanity to work properly. If you have ever used humanity before in Dark Souls, it too heals us. So they have to be connected in some way or another. We also know that the firekeepers are linked to them in some way as well, with this quote from the wiki. The undead treasure these dull green flasks. Fill with Estus at bonfire. Fills HP. The Estus flasks are linked to the firekeepers. The Dark Tales also make reference. An emerald flask from the keeper's soul. She lives to protect the flame and dies to protect it further. From the firekeeper's soul, that is another item we can use, but unlike healing us, it gives us a good number of souls, or we can give it to a fellow firekeeper and upgrade our Estus Flask level. Or if it is like Anastasia's soul taken by Lautrec, after we release him or leave the door unlocked and kills her later on, we can revive Anastasia, and she now has her tongue back. By the way she talks, she sees herself as a sinner and shouldn't be allowed to speak. Soul of a long-lost firekeeper. Each firekeeper is a corporeal manifestation of her bonfire and a draw for the humanity which is offered to her. Her soul is gnawed by infinite humanity and can boost the power of the precious Estus Flasks. It can be used to gain humanity and restore HP at the cost of losing the firekeeper soul to reinforce the Estus Flasks. What is humanity? Well, in Dark Souls, the wiki tells us this. A rare tiny black sprite found on corpses, used to gain 1 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called humanity, but little is known about its true nature. If the soul is the source of all life, then what distinguishes the humanity we hold within ourselves? So we know Estus needs a firekeeper and humanity to work. That leaves us with who made it now. Perhaps it was the very firekeepers themselves that created it. The wiki quote does say that an emerald flask from the keeper's soul, symbolizing that they are imbued with the essence of the firekeepers' lives and their devotion to protecting the flame. So the firekeepers are linked to the bonfires, and the Estus Flask is tied to the bonfires. We need humanity and a link to the firekeepers that is the bonfires. Perhaps Estus is the firekeeper's true power, and that is what keeps not only the bonfires kindled, but us from going hollow ourselves. With that being said, it has to be the firekeepers themselves and possibly their very essence of what makes them human. My name is Chuck Hector from Chuck's Place, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, but most of all, I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.